Hello everyone, welcome back to Knit Crow Addict channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful crochet pullover sweater. This pattern is very easy to make and I have free written pattern for sizes extra small go up to XXL, and if you prefer the PDF printable version, you can visit our Etsy, Ravelry and Lovecraft. I'm gonna put all the links in the description below. And in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you in size small, and I also wearing size small in this picture here as well. I hope you enjoy and let's get started. Here is the materials that I use for this project. For this project, I use ice yarn. This is organic baby cotton yarn. This is number 3 lightweight DK yarn, okay? And in each ball is have 50 gram, 115 meter. It is about 125 yards. Okay, and this kind of yarn they sell by pack. In one pack is have 4 of this ball, and I use 1.5 pack. So this is the second pack. This is what the yarn that I have left. Okay, for size small. So the color that I use, it is power pink. All right, it's very beautiful. I love it. And crochet hook size 5 millimeter. Scissors, yarn needle, and some stitch marker. And if you want to substitute yarn, you can do that as well, but I highly recommend using this yarn. And please check the gauge before you start. Before we start, I just want to talk about this crochet sweater pattern a little bit. So, for this pattern, we're gonna make the chain this way. And then we're gonna crochet from the bottom up, okay? So yeah, we're gonna make the chain this way, and the chain that we make gonna be the width across, okay, not around. So after we make the chain, we're gonna crochet back and forth, just the body part, and then when we come to this part here, we're gonna add the chain this way, and then add the chain this way for the sleeves. And then after that, we're gonna crochet the sleeves and then the body at the same time, back and forth. And then I will tell you exactly how many rows that I made, how many chain that you need to make, okay? And the row that we make gonna be the length. And then for the front panel, so the back and the front panel, I would say make the same except the last 2 rows. So after we have 2 panels, we're gonna lay them like this. And then we're gonna sew the top of the sleeve and then the shoulder seam here, like that. And then after that, we're gonna fold the sweater in half like that, and then we're gonna sew the side seam and then the bottom of the sleeve, and then crochet around the neck area. That's it. Very easy. So for this pattern, I designed to be a crop design but loose fit. Okay, kind of like Y, but crop. And if you want longer than this, you can do that as well, and I will explain later. Okay, so let's talk about the measurement here. So all of this measurement of this tutorial just for size small. Again, just check your size on the written pattern. Okay, so yeah, the body width from here to here, it is about 20.61 inches width, okay? And then the width from cuff to cuff, so this is the sleeve, okay? This is the body, okay? So from cuff to cuff, it is about 51.83 inches width. And then the length from the bottom here all the way up here, it is about 14.80 inches long. All right, I think I got everything here. Let's get started. Okay, so like I said, the front and the back panel, we start exactly the same. Basically, we make the same except the last 2 rows, okay? So I just gonna show you how to do that, and I will explain to you later how can you make the front different than the back panel, okay? So yeah, front and back panel start the same. So first, make a slip knot, and then I'm gonna make 68 chain loosely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 68 chain here, and row 1 gonna be the right side, for an odd number row gonna be the right side. So we're gonna make half double crochet into the second chain from the hook here. So I yarn over hook, I skip the first chain, insert the hook into the next chain, which is the second chain from the hook. I like to insert into the little bump on the back of the chain. You don't have to do that, totally up to you. And then yarn over, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. That is the first half double crochet on row 1. And then repeat that into each stitch across. Each chain across. So I yarn over hook, insert the hook into the next chain. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. Okay, repeat that. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next chain. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. Alright, keep making half double crochet into each chain across. The reason I like to insert my hook into the little bump on the back of the chain is give me very nice edge at the bottom here. Like I said, whatever you prefer. Alright, I will be back when I'm at the end of row 1. I'm at the end of row 1 here, and I have 67 half double crochet stitches across. And then for row 2, we're gonna chain 1 and turn. Or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And the chain 1 never count as a stitch. And then we're gonna make half double crochet into each stitch across. So after I chain 1 and turn, I yarn over my hook, insert the hook into the first stitch, and make the first half double crochet. And then half double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, and then half double crochet into the next stitch. So keep making half double crochet into each stitch across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 2. I'm at the end of row 2 here, and I have the same 67 half double crochet stitches across. And then for row 3 to row 20, you're gonna repeat row 2, okay? And let me explain a little bit here. So when you reach the end of row 20, your project will be right here, all right? And now, if you want a longer sweater, you can keep repeating row 2 more times before you start make the sleeve, all right, for this part, okay? So yeah, for me, I'm gonna keep repeating row 2 until I have 20 rows total. Start out from row 1. It'll be right here. And then after that, we're gonna make the chain this side and then the chain this side for the sleeve. And after that, we're gonna continue crochet the body and then the sleeve at the same time. Okay, so let me show you a few stitches on row 3 here. So we repeat row 2, we chain 1 and turn, and then make half double crochet into each stitch across. No increase or decrease, okay? You're gonna have the same amount of these stitches every row. Well, before we make the sleeve. It's very easy. Alright, I will be back when I'm at the end of row 20. Good luck and take your time. Okay, now I reached the end of row 20 here, and then next we're gonna make the chain this side and then the chain this side for the sleeve. So this is gonna be the setup row for the sleeve, okay? So this is the end of row 20, and then next I'm gonna make 50 chains. And if you want a shorter sleeve, make less chain, and if you want a longer sleeve than what I'm gonna make, you feel free to add more chain, okay? So for me, I think 50 chains is perfect. Make the chain loosely. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 50 chains here, and then I just gonna cut the yarn right here, and then pull the yarn out, and then I gonna add a new yarn on the other side there into the first stitch there, or last stitch, whatever you wanna call. And then I'm gonna add a new yarn there, and then I'm gonna make 50 chain as well. So whatever the number of chain that you make on this side, you want this side to have the same number of chain, because it's gonna be the sleeve. Okay, so yeah, I insert the hook there into the last stitch here, or first stitch and then yarn over hook, wobble loop, and then I'm gonna make 50 chain loosely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 50 chains on this side here as well, and then I'm just gonna cut the yarn like that, and then pull the yarn out. And now we have the setup row for the sleeve, and let me show you a little bit here. So see, we just add the chain this way, this one for the sleeve, and then the chain this side, which is this one. Okay, hope that makes sense. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna turn the sweater, the right side up like that, and then we're gonna add a new yarn into the first stitch there. First chain, sorry. And then add a new yarn, and then make half double crochet into that first chain. And if you like, you can tie a knot here as well. Okay, and then I just gonna make 1/2 double crochet into each chain, and when I reach this body part, I just gonna continue make half double crochet into each stitch. And when I reach the end of the body part, I gonna continue make half double crochet into each chain across. Okay, I'm gonna show you a little bit here. So I make half double crochet into the next chain here, and I like to insert my hook into the little bump on the back of the chain. You don't have to do that, totally up to you. Very easy, just make half double crochet. So this is row 21, okay? I'm sorry, I forget to tell you. Alright, I'm just gonna keep making half double crochet into each chain and then into each stitch across until the end of the last chain here, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm at the end of row 21 here. Here's what it looks like. It's pretty big. Sorry. So yeah, at the end of row 21, I have a total of 167 half double crochet stitches across. So remember, for the body part, I have 67 half double crochet stitches, right? And then I add 50 chain on this side and then 50 chain on this side. So 50 plus 50 and plus 67. Total of 167 stitches. Alright. And then for row 22, we're gonna chain 1 and turn. And then make half double crochet into each stitch across. So right now we work the body and then the sleeve right now. So after I chain 1 and turn, I'm gonna make half double crochet into the first stitch, and then half double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, and half double crochet into the next stitch. Oops, sorry, right here. All right. It's very easy pattern. I just gonna keep making half double crochet into each stitch across here. Alright, and then I will be back when I'm at the end of row 22. Okay, I'm at the end of row 22 here, and I have the same 167 half double crochet stitches across. And now I'm gonna explain how you can do the back panel. Okay, so for the back panel, row 23 to row 37, you're gonna repeat row 22. Just make half double crochet into each stitch across, back and forth, back and forth. And every row, you're gonna have the same amount of these stitches because we not increase or decrease. Alright, that is the back panel. And for the front panels, row 23 to row 35, you're gonna repeat row 22. Okay, and then for row 36 and row 37, we're gonna make the shape for the neck area. And don't worry, I'm gonna come back and I will show you how you can do that. So basically, the back and the front panels, we make everything the same except the last two rows. Okay, so this is the back panel, right? And here is the front panel. So let me show you the back panel. I already went ahead and made the back panel. Sorry, it's kind of big. So see, from here all the way up here, I have 37 rows. Here's one side of the sleeve. Here is the other side of the sleeve. So see, we don't make any neck area, neckline at all for the back panel. Okay, it's gonna be very easy. And I can show you the picture here as well, because you cannot see the whole thing. Alright, I think I explained how to make the back panel here. And then for the front panel, I'm gonna keep repeating row 22 until I reach the end of row 35. And I will be back and show you how to make the last two rows. Good luck! Okay, now I have 35 rows. So this is the end of row 35. Okay, it's pretty big. I hope you understand what's going on. Alright, and then we still have two more rows to go. Like I said, the last two rows for the front panel here, we're gonna make the shape for the neck area. So to do that, we're just gonna focus one side at a time. So we're gonna make the upper left first. So this one is not there yet. Okay, we're gonna do this side first. Okay, so yeah, this is the end of row 35. And then for row 36, upper left, okay, we chain one and turn. Or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna make 1/2 double crochet into each of next 69 stitches. So make 1/2 double crochet into the first stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Okay, I'm gonna keep making 1/2 double crochet until I have 69 stitches total, and I will be back. Okay, I have 69 1/2 double crochet stitches here. Okay, and then next we're just gonna chain one and turn. Like I said, we're just gonna focus on one side right now. Okay, so don't worry about this side. Okay, after I have 69 1/2 double crochet, I'm gonna chain one and turn, and then make 1/2 double crochet into each stitch across. So 1/2 double crochet into the first stitch, 1/2 double crochet into the next, 1/2 double crochet into the next. Alright, keep making 1/2 double crochet into each stitch across, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm at the end of row 37 on the upper left here, and then next I just gonna cut the yarn, and then I gonna leave a long tail about 50 inches long. Make sure that you have enough to sew the top of the sleeve here all the way to the shoulder here, to the back panel. Okay, so I think 50 inches long is pretty good. So cut the yarn and then pull the yarn out. And you're done with the upper left. And then for the upper right, so to do that, you're gonna turn the wrong side up. So right now, this is right side. So you're gonna turn the wrong side up like that. Okay, and then we're gonna skip 29 stitches at the middle of the neck area here. Okay, that's gonna be the neck shape. So start count from the stitch next to the last stitch on row 36 on the upper left. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. And then into the next stitch, add a new yarn. Alright, we skip 29 stitches here for the neck area. So, right here. And now we're gonna do this upper right. Okay. So I insert the hook there, bring the new yarn, and then add a new yarn like that. You can add a new yarn any method you prefer. And after I add a new yarn, into that same stitch that I just add new yarn, I'm gonna make half double crochet. And then half double crochet into each stitch across. Okay, I'm gonna keep making half double crochet into each stitch across, and I will be back when I'm at the end here. I'm at the end of row 36 on the upper right here, and I have a total of 69 stitches across. Okay, make sure both sides have the same amount of these stitches. It's very important. So yeah, row 37 on the upper right, I chain 1 and turn. The final row on the upper right, and then make half double crochet into each stitch across. Half double crochet into the first stitch, half double crochet into the next, half double crochet into the next. Alright, I will be back when I'm at the end here. Okay, I'm at the end here, and then I just gonna cut the yarn and leave 50 inches long tail again. And then pull the yarn out. Oops. Alright, and we're done with the front panel. See, we have this neck area shape here. Alright, and then I hope you have the back panel already. If not, you just go ahead and make the back panel. And after you have the back and the front panel, come back, I will show you how to sew the front and the back panel together. Okay, next we're gonna sew the back and the front panel together at the shoulder seam and also at the top of the sleeve. Okay, let me show you in the paper here real quick because it's kind of big. So this is my front panel, which is this one. Okay, and this is my back panel, which is this one. So I place them like this with the right side facing down, wrong side facing up, and we're gonna sew on the wrong side. And we're gonna use the long tail that we left earlier on the front panel to sew. And you can use any method to sew. Hope you understand what's going on here. So I already sew one side here, and I'm gonna show you how to sew on the other side. Alright, so from this stitch marker all the way to the end here, it is 69 stitches on both sides. 69 stitches here, 69 stitches here, and I'm gonna sew those stitches together. Alright, sew on the wrong side, okay? So my tail come from the front panel here, and I'm gonna insert my needle into the first stitch on the back panel there. Right into the first stitch. I insert into both loops and then bring it out. And then I'm gonna insert into the first stitch on the front panel and then first stitch on the back panel one more time just to lock the yarn. Okay, and then move on to the next stitch on the front panel here and then next stitch on the back panel there, and then bring it out. Make sure don't sew it too tight or too loose. Okay, and then next stitch here and next stitch there, and bring it out. That's what I'm gonna sew, very easy. And then next stitch here, next stitch there, bring it out. Oops, okay. Next stitch here and next stitch there, and bring it out like that. That's what I'm gonna keep sewing back and forth until I reach the stitch marker, which is 69 stitches. And here is what it looks like on the right side so far. Alright, I will be back when I'm at this stitch marker. Okay, after I reached the stitch marker here, I already went ahead and weaved the end already. And you're gonna sew both sides exactly the same, okay? And then after you have both sides sewn, next we're gonna sew the side seam and then the bottom of the sleeve. And to do that, you're gonna fold your project in half like that at the shoulder seam here with the right side facing each other, okay? We're gonna sew on the wrong side still. Like that. And we're gonna sew from the bottom all the way up here until we reach the armpit, and then continue sew the sleeve, the bottom of the sleeve all the way to the end here. Alright, so to do that, you're gonna cut a new strand of yarn. I cut about 60 inches long. Okay, make sure you have enough to sew, and you can use any method you prefer. I'm just gonna sew the same that I sewed the shoulder seam there. So I'm just gonna turn this side a little bit, and then I'm gonna insert my needle into the corner of the front panel here, first stitch, and then corner of the back panel there, first stitch, and then bring it up, and then leave a little bit of tail, okay, enough to weave the end later. And then I'm gonna sew into the same stitch one more time just to lock the yarn like that. Oops, sorry. Okay. Alright, and then move on to the next stitch. So this part can be a little difficult to see the normal stitches because we sew into the end of the half double crochet row. You just need to be patient and take your time. Make sure it's lining up and even, that's all important. And also make sure not too tight or too loose. So as you can see here, this is the back side, this is the front side. Make sure the stitches is lining up nice and even. Alright, and yeah, I'm just gonna move on into the next stitch here and the next stitch there. Bring it up like that, and then next stitch here, next stitch there. Okay, and then bring it up. Next stitch here and next stitch there. Bring it up. Alright, see, so far it's lining up. You just need to check as you go. Alright, I'm gonna keep sewing until I reach the armpit, and make sure when you reach the armpit, the corner on the back side and then the corner on the front side is lining up like that. And when you come to the sleeve part, it'll be a little easy to see the normal stitches. Alright, and then you just continue sew all the way down till the end, and then you can go ahead and weave the end. Alright, and let's say both sides sew exactly the same. I'm gonna sew this side, and then after I'm done with this side, I'm gonna go ahead and sew this side as well, and then I will be back. Okay, now I have both sides sewn, and I weave all my ends already, and then I already went ahead and turned the sweater right side out. So right now my sweater right side facing out. Okay, and then I'm gonna crochet around the neckline here. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, and you're good to go if you don't wanna crochet around the neckline. It's look beautiful as well, but I just gonna crochet. Okay, so to do that, I'm gonna insert my hook right into the shoulder seam here, and then bring a new yarn, hold it on the back, yarn over, pull up a loop, oops, and then chain one. And then the chain one doesn't count as a stitch. I'm gonna make one single crochet into the same stitch that I just add the new yarn. Insert the hook, pull up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. This is my first single crochet, and then I'm gonna make one single crochet into each stitch around. Okay, and when you reach the other shoulder seam here, you're gonna make one single crochet into that stitch as well. And then we have the 2 rows of the half double crochet. Remember, on the front panel, I'm gonna make one single crochet into each of that row. So 2 rows, so 2 single crochet. Okay, this part is not that important. If you have less stitches or more stitches than mine, totally fine, but not too much. Okay, just a little bit. So I'm gonna make single crochet into the next stitch here, and I go around the back and then come back to the front. Okay, and then single crochet into the next stitch. Oops, sorry. Like that, and then single crochet into the next stitch, and then single crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the next stitch. Like that, very easy. Alright, I'm gonna keep make single crochet around the neck area until I reach the end here, which is this shoulder seam. Remember, when we add a new yarn, and then I will be back. Good luck. Okay, after I crochet single crochet around my neck line here, and then I reach the end here already where I started, and then I cut the yarn. And if you want more than 1 row, you just continue make single crochet around. I just want 1 row, that's it. So yeah, this is at the end here. I already cut the yarn, and then I pull the yarn out. Oh, I forget to tell you, I have a total of 64 single crochet stitches around. Like I said, it's not that important. If you have less or more stitches than mine, it's totally fine. Just, you know, just 1 row of single crochet. And this is for size small only, okay? Every size is different. And then after I cut the yarn, I bring my yarn needle and insert the tail into my yarn needle, and then I'm gonna weave the end. I'm gonna show you how I like to weave the end. So this is the last single crochet, and this is the first single crochet. And then to weave the end, I'm gonna skip that first stitch that I made. I'm gonna insert my yarn needle into the next stitch here, and bring it up, and then I'm gonna insert my yarn needle back into the last single crochet right in the middle here where the tail come from. Okay, right in the middle, and then go on the back like that, bring it up. I just create a new stitch here, that's why I skip 1 stitch there. So see, this method is very smooth. You can't even tell where is the start, where is the end. And then I'm gonna weave the end. Whatever you prefer to weaving the end, totally fine. I don't want to show you how I like to do. Weave the end, maybe tie a knot here. and then keep hiding the tail. Alright, I'm just gonna keep hiding the tail and then weave the end, and that's it. You just need to weave all the ends and you're done. Congratulations! I hope you enjoy making this cute sweater here. If you enjoy making this sweater, please give this video a big thumb up and share this video with your friends, and I would love to see everyone's work. If you want to share with me, just text me on Facebook or Instagram at KnitCrowAddict, and I'm gonna put all the links in description below as well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next video. Bye bye.